Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and you might be wondering why I am currently in the middle of a shopping centre. Well, it is in fact St. Stephen's here in Hull, and well, I felt a little down after the last two games, so I came here and did a little bit of shopping in one of the specific shops behind me. I will let you try and figure out whether it was Lipsy or Rolex. But without further ado, let's head on over to the KC Stadium and get on with today's games. Okay everyone, it's almost kick-off time here in our first of the two games. Of course, we are playing the Euro Cup second knockout round against Bayer Leverkusen. And our team to do that will be Butland in goal, Guimaraes at left back, Katic, Pavlovic in central defence, Zelik on the right hand side, Dragomir and Pearson in central midfield, Musa on the left, David on the right, Gaetano in central attacking mid, and Haaland up front. Our bench consists of Pereira, Burke, Sutar, Navarro, Batty, Ageria, and Guindo, not Mace. But they are going for a nice 4-1-2-3 on the other side, and they have the danger of Mbolo, not Ebolo, but Mbolo. So without further ado, let's go see what Carlos thinks. And Carlos thinks we should tell the team in no uncertain terms that they must show an improvement from the last outing. Well, Carlos, I believe we should too. Assertively. So, you've got to put an improved performance here, as we need to put an end to our bad run. That's motivated most of the team. So, that is pretty good. But we have Tobias Berger. Yes, he is a burger. From the German Football Review. He's a devious fellow who we have no relationship with. So this could get interesting. Will you look to attack here? Well, he's given us very complex questions so far. My preference is to play on the front foot. Having the best defence in the Euro Cup must have you looking forward to another win. Well, Tobias, I don't know if you realise how football works, but having the best defence does not guarantee a win. It might guarantee a draw, but it sure as heck does not guarantee the win. Everything starts at the back. Our defence gives us a great foundation to build upon in search of victory. I.e., it gives us a draw. Let's go get the win now. Jack Butland has really caught the eye in goal in recent matches. How important will he be here today? Well, he's the guy stopping them get the goals, and thus he's pretty darn important. We certainly hope he can keep the form going. As you prepare to face Bayern 04, are you happy with Zelik's performance as a wingback? Well, I won't be playing him there if I wasn't. He's been playing there, it'd be silly to change it. And now the lads are coming out onto the field. And we have a throw-in. Nice early throwing. Dragomir gets it into David. Gaetano gets past one, gets it to Haaland. Oh, nice save by the Bayer Leverkusen goalkeeper, who I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his name, because it is rather complex. Dragomir whips it in from post, headed away. Pavlovic collects it though, and it's the end of the highlight. I, of course, am going to get ready to get my shouts in. If we have nothing going on by about the 20th minute, I'm going to give them a bit of a kick up the backside. And, oh, that was very terrible timing. And they've just kept it in, so Guimaraes can gain the ball and play it up to Musa. Musa's going the wrong way, though. Plays it back to Butland. Butland to Pavlovic. Pavlovic now to Zelik on the right-hand side. Are we going to go down the right or the left? It looks like the right with Zelik. Zelik calls the ball up, plays it across to Pearson. Pearson, nice ball over the top to Haaland. Haaland, nice shot, Haaland. Erling Haaland with his 8th goal of the season. Assisted by Ben Pearson. Nice little opening goal. Zelik did a lovely job getting their player to track all the way to the wing. Plays it inside to Pearson, who had acres of space. Haaland makes a nice run, and it's a nice opening goal. That's exactly what we wanted from a Brewster replacement. We want to carry on our hoof it over the top to our lone striker. And Haaland just did a good old Brewster finish. So, we have Bayer Leverkusen on the attack now, looking to try and tie it back up. Hopefully we can hold them out though. They are on the halfway line, plays it back all the way to the goalkeeper, who is being hunted down by two. But Schneider gets it to Demi to Weiser. Weiser on this right-hand side. Can we get a tackle in? No, Guimaraes misses the tackle, and Mbolo forces a nice save out to Butland. Now, I would have expected Embolo to do a little bit more from that position personally, but I will take him. Getting a save out of Butland. I don't want them scoring, of course. And that is the end of that highlight. Chelsea, of course, is 1-0 up against Marseille in one of the other games. Whips it in back post. Katic can't get onto it. We do have Pearson collecting it though. Nice ball out to Pavlovic on this wing. Can Pavlovic do anything? Pearson, Haaland, Dragomir to Musa to Dragomir. Gaetano, acres of space. You do not give Gaetano that sort of space. He will punish any team for that. And he has. 9th goal of the season. Assisted by Vlad Dragomir. We have a nice goal here. Dragomir just posts it out to Gaetano, who has acres of space. He quite frankly has that whole quadrant of the pitch. And he goes and slots it away. Guimarães to Gaetano though. Gaetano has given it up, trying to play it to Musa. Musa is hunting this one down though. Voland gets away from Musa. No, he does not. Nice tackle. David is dispossessed though in the mix-up. It is out with Weiser though. Weiser has now got plenty of space and Butland collects the cross. Weiser should have done a bit better considering our winger was actually on the other side of the pitch when he tried doing that, and I thought the game broke for a second. Don't know what Butland was doing just standing there, but waste a bit of time if you must, Butland. We are 2-0 up, so why not? David holds it up on the halfway line, plays it inside to Pearson. Pearson, nice ball over the top to Haaland once more, and it's a repeat of the first goal. Erling Haaland slots it away, this time in the left-hand side of the goal. That's, of course, his 9th, assisted by Ben Pearson once more. Let's have another look at that one. I was going to skip it, but let's have another look. Why not? Why not? After all, this episode may go a little shorter just because we do have 2 home games, so I won't be putting little segments between every match. So we shall be heading straight into the second match not long after this one. So, looking at the scores at half-time, we are 3-0 up against Bayer Leverkusen. We've had 6 shots, they've had 7. 4 on target, we've had 3. 5 fouls to their 7, 0 yellow cards to their 1. 36% possession to their 64. Our best performer has been Haaland. He's had an 8.7 and 2 goals so far. Schneidler is their best performer so far. He's got 6.9. Struggling to perform, however, is Musa. He's on 6.6 and no reason for it. And Voland with a 6.4 and also no reason for it. Other scores around the Euro Cup. We have Chelsea currently 2-0 up at home to Marseille. Bayern is 2-0 up to Dynamo Kiev. And Zenit is 1-0 up against Besiktas. So all the home teams are having quite the fun. Of course, Zenit not so much as the rest of us. But Carlos thinks we should tell the boys they did well and their efforts were excellent. I believe they were excellent too. So assertively, I'm pleased with your performance. Keep it up, lads. Come on, go back out there and do a jolly good job. And I apologise if that just banged in your eardrums. I have a couple of weights underneath my desk and I may have clanked them together. So apologies for that. But Dragomir holds the ball up, tries to get one in. Selic collects though, and it is Bayer Leverkusen trying to counter-attack. Katic collects it on the halfway line though. Guimarães to Pearson. Pearson, can you do anything with this? Plays it back to Katic. Katic with a nice ball over to Musa on this left-hand side though. Plays it inside to Pearson. Pearson to Dragomir to Musa. Musa has plenty of space. Plays it to Guimarães. Guimarães tries to whip one in. Weiser blocks it though and clears it up to Katic, who gets it on the halfway line once more. Voland has dispossessed him though, and he has Embolo in support. Lovely save by Butland though. You're not getting past Jackie Chan today. Guimarães, Gaetano now. Musa to Dragomir, plays it back to Musa once more, back to Katic. Katic now gets it to Musa, who plays it all the way back to Butland. going the wrong way, lads. Pavlovic, nice ball up to Haaland, heads it down for Dragomir. Dragomir tries to get one over the top to David. He has collected it. Also has Haaland in support if he needs, and it has to be a penalty. That was very dirty of the man who I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name, because it is rather long. But Haaland has slotted away his hat-trick, the 10th goal of the season, and what is going to be the final nail, surely, in the Bayer Leverkusen coffin. So we are going to skip that. We are going to get a few substitutes on, because of course we do have a game in 3 days' time, I believe. I believe this is a Thursday fixture and we have a Sunday fixture. Thus, we do need to rest a couple of players. Although Ben Pearson is having a fantastic game, he's rather tired. Gaetano, same sort of situation. So Gaetano, you can come off and be rested, go put your feet up, have a nice cup of tea, perhaps Yorkshire tea. Anyways, enough about tea. We shall get Navarro on for Pearson. You know, we'll hold on to that last one for a few minutes. We'll probably use it around 70th minute. I don't think we're getting any injuries in the last 20 minutes. Surely not. Yes, there we go. Hold out for a little bit. And then who needs it the most? David needs it the most. So, Mace Guindo, you can go play on the wing. I know you're a striker, but go enjoy your time out on the wing. We need you to cover there, so go cover there. That is the only place we have for you right now. And it looks like we are going to stroll to success in these final minutes of the game. And we did. Simple as that. It is Hull City 4 by Leverkusen 0. We had 8 shots, they had 12. 5 on target, they had 5. 7 fouls to 14. 0 yellow cards to 2. 32% possession to their 68. Our best performer was Haaland, of course. He had a hat-trick and a 9.6. Theirs was Deme. He got a 97% passing completion ratio and a 6.8 as a result. Robert Navarro struggled for us though. He got 6.6 and no reason for it. The guy I'm not even going to try and pronounce, he had 5 mistakes and a 6.4. You know what, for the fun of it, let's try it. Marcel Bender Hooksoil. Yes, it's the soil hook. So, without further ado, sorry about the croaky voice. Player of the match, of course, going to Haaland. Carlos wants us to tell the boys they did well. Their efforts were excellent. Assertively. That was a very good performance, but don't let it get to your heads. No. Good win. Just, no. We don't want any caveats. Just tell them it's a good win. Did a good job, lads. Through to the next round. And I believe we're probably... You know what? Let's just advance a couple of days. We shall just advance through the days. Because we won't see the cup draw. And I'm not quite sure when the cup draw is. Okay, the cup is over there. A few days after the next match. So, I shall fast forward to this next match. I will see you fine folks there. And then we will probably do the cup draw straight after the Brighton game. Okay, ladies and gents, it is nearly kick-off time here in our second game of the episode, and they are going for a good old classic 4-4-2. Didn't quite expect that one, it rather caught me off guard, but who cares about Brighton and Hove Albion? We are here, of course, for our Tigers. So without further ado, our team is Butland in goal, we have Selic at left back, Katic and Pavlovic in central defence. Lorenzo coming back in on the right-hand side of defence. We then have Dragomir and Pearson. I wanted to say Palacios. Pearson in central midfield. Of course, Palacios still injured. Please come back. Anyways, David moves back over to the left-hand side. Mora comes back in on the right-hand side. Gaetano in central attacking mid and Haaland up front. That means our bench consists of Pereira, Burke, Guimarães, Navarro, Musa, Ageria and Guindo. So let's go talk to Carlos and see what he has to say. So Carlos thinks to tell the team they're expected to pick up where they left off. I think that seems rather reasonable considering the team we played and how we played against them. So I want you to pick up where you left off, and that has gone down nicely with 3 of the lads. So how useful is Lorenzo's versatility? Well, James Goodwin of Sky Sports News, you enthusiastic fellow who we have a great respect for, like all my players, is a Swiss Army knife. Very versatile. Just how I like them. So, England, Premier League. Chelsea is playing Wolverhampton Wanderers. Tottenham is playing Sheffield United. And West Bromwich Albion is playing against Huddersfield. Some interesting other fixtures. I'm just going to slightly adjust this. As much as I like seeing Manchester United top of the table, I like to focus on where I can actually move. So I can move as high as 5th, but I will keep a spot open there just so gives me a little bit of belief we can reach the Champions League, and we shall see further down where we can slip to. So let's just have it like that. Butland plays it to Pavlovic. Pavlovic out wide to Lorenzo. Lorenzo, of course, coming back into the team. Much changed right-hand flank for today's game. Mora, though, he's not looking like he hasn't played in a while. He's looking very fresh. Cutting in on the inside and almost scoring a screamer. But we have Selic. Selic plays it to Dragomir. Dragomir playing it all the way back to Katic. Katic tries one over the top. It's intercepted though. We have Henry in attack now and it is wide. Lenny Henry failing to score for Brighton. I don't actually know what his first name is, but we're going with Lenny. I can't even see him on the list because I'm blind. I'm guessing Henry is his first name. Looking at those names, I'm guessing he's Henry Onyekuru, and they didn't want to put Onyekuru on his shirt. Henry is much shorter, much cheaper to get all the letters for. But enough about their player names. They're almost scoring as I'm taking the mick out of them, which is probably not a good thing. Demand more. We have a few minutes left of the half. Not like we're going to do anything with it, because we are going in at half-time 0-0. We've had 4 shots, they've had 7. 2 on target apiece. 6 fouls to their 4, 1 yellow card to their 1 yellow card. 39% possession to their 61. Our best performer has been Katic. He's won all his tackles, 100% tackle 1 ratio and a 6.9 as a result. Greg Taylor for them is their best performer. He's their left back. He's got a 96% passing completion ratio and a 6.9 as a result. So it's very much the defences keeping each side in this. Struggling to perform is Dragomir. He's got a 6.4 and no reason for it. Daka for them is struggling with a 6.4 and 0 overall chances created. Tottenham is 1-0 up against Sheffield due to a penalty. And West Brom is 1-1 against Huddersfield, although theirs is also a penalty. Where is our penalty, ref? Tell the team their performance was disappointing. Agreed. I'm far from pleased. Get aggressive. Go through a shoe or a phone or something heavy at those guys' heads, and hopefully it will wake them up. It seems to have motivated most of the... Ah, come on, Lorenzo. He's just come back. So, Lorenzo, you must be getting old. I know you're getting old. In fact, Lorenzo, aren't you like 30 right now? 29. He's 29. He's 29. He's breaking down. He's not got much fitness left in him. So, yes, I guess I'll have to let you off, Lorenzo. You old man, you are just slowly crumbling in front of us all. We are going to demand a bit more, of course. That has focused everybody up. And this is a good time for a substitution. Although it's not very good in terms of the whole body language, because we're not going to get that boost out of whoever we bring on. But David's having a rough one, so... Gwindo, how do you feel about going out on that wing? Halland, which of you is more happy to be out on this wing? Neither of you. Neither seem particularly happy. So, Gwindo, you just go out there. Actually, no. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? That is crazy. Just bring on Musa. Musa likes to be out on the wing. I completely forgot I had Musa on the bench. We can then... How is Gaetano doing? Gaetano, you can come off for Algeria. And we shall hopefully pull one back with them. Coming on to freshen up the attack. We are going to tell the lads to show some passion. They're all fired up. Butland is motivated. Pearson is motivated. And Dragomir has suddenly become apprehensive. Don't know what's up with Dragomir. Dragomir, pick it up. You are the only guy who's apprehensive around here. But unfortunately, we have to settle for a 0-0 draw. And I have to settle for a croaky throat. So, 11 shots apiece, 4 on target apiece. 9 fouls to 10, 3 yellow cards, 2 yellow cards, 33% possession to 67. In all circumstances of reading that, I think a draw is pretty nice on us. So, best performer was Katic. He had a 7 rating. For them was White. He had a 7.3 and 109 passes completed. Struggling was Dragomir. He had a 6.4 and Larson with a 6.5. Player of the match should have gone to nobody because they was all terrible. But Ben White goes and gets the player of the match, and I've lost my mouse. There we go. That is the downside of having a third screen. But Carlos should tell them it was disappointing, and it was definitely disappointing. I'm going to tell them it simply wasn't good enough. Should have won that match. I know they're a mid-table side, but we are pushing for Europe. Yes, look, they're down in 10th. We should have been beating them. But we did not, and they held on for a draw. And old man Lorenzo, 3 to 5 weeks. Great. Send him to the physio, and we shall go towards the end and find this nice Euro Cup draw. There we go, Euro Cup semi-final draw on the Friday before Aston Villa. So I will jump forward to that before we do the outro and see what we're going to watch in the next episode. So I will see you fine folks in the cup draw in just a second. Okay everyone, it is Euro Cup draw time, and before we get into that though, we do have a little bit of a problem with the I1Yeet loan deal. So let's quickly go and talk to the mains manager. We will tell him we are not pleased. I agree that I should have given more opportunities. I'm pleased. I'm pleased you agree that you are an idiot. As you can see, we've actually been helping mains quite a bit. We have a little luck. They have Mahi and I1Yeet. So I'm probably not the manager that he wants to get on the bad side of. But without further ado, it is time to draw the quarterfinals and semi-finals of the Euro Cup draw. So without further ado, let's view it. So the first team out of the hat will be Zenit St. Petersburg. They shall play against Chelsea. Nice little draw for Chelsea out of the teams that are here. There's a really Sporting maybe. I don't know how good these teams are at 2022. So yeah, Zenit is probably one of the easier teams I would imagine. But Bayern Munich, they are probably the team to avoid, and we avoided them. That is lucky. They get Atlanta. We then have Valencia. Now, like I said, probably want to get Sporting maybe. I know we can probably beat PSV. Now, not too sure about Valencia. Valencia might be a hard one, but they get Sporting. So are we going to be home or away against PSV? We are away. Now, as bad as that is for a fixture, I quite like the idea of being able to travel to a PSV in a video. So that is going to be rather nice. And when will we be doing that? So we shall of course be going to PSV. Oh, it's 2 legs. So would have had an away leg anyway. We're going to play away first. So what we shall probably do, what shall we do? What should we do? What should we do? I'm not sure what we shall do. We are definitely doing the 2 games at the end of the season. We of course want to get the PSV game in with either Fulham or Chelsea. I think what I'll do is do it that way around. So that can be on Saturday. And then, yeah, what we'll do is Fulham and PSV on Saturday. We'll do PSV and Wolves on the Tuesday. Yes, brain fart. Thursday will then be, depending on the Euro Cup, we'll probably do Liverpool and Tottenham if we don't make it through. If we make it through, we'll do the Euro Cup mixed in with something in between here. And then we'll do the Huddersfield and Everton to finish off the season on the Saturday. But without further ado, I hope you've all enjoyed today's episode. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope to see you for the next episode. Goodbye.